Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Mr. Imthiyaz Ahmed, lecturer, Business Studies Department, Shinas College of Technology. Would like to welcome our dear students to understand general insurance accounting concepts with problems. So these are the main highlights I'm going to discuss today, and I have quoted the reference below. First, let us understand what is general insurance. General insurance is also called as a non-life insurance. In general insurance, if you take a policy for a year, it has to be renewed every year. It can be renewed in the same concern or in different concern. So the broad types of general insurance are divided into fire insurance, marine insurance, and miscellaneous insurance as per our accounting problems. Now, the final accounts of general insurance companies are classified into revenue account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Here, I would like to state the difference between life insurance and general insurance. In the case of life insurance, we had the same revenue account, balance sheet, but instead of profit and loss account, we opened valuation balance sheet in order to determine profit. So that is a difference between life insurance and general insurance. So we have to keep in mind that in general insurance, we are opening profit and loss account in order to determine the profit. Now, the most important point while dealing with problem, we have to keep it in mind with regards to calculation of net premium. One has to maintain unexpired risk percentage. In the case of fire, it is to be maintained 50%, and in the case of marine, it has to be maintained 100%. So keeping this in mind, we are going to solve problems. So first, before beginning our problems, I'm going to solve three problems. So all those three problems are available in e-learning portal. So I request our students as I show here. So this is the folder where you can find chapter 2 and 4 problems. Please take chapter 4 problems so that whatever problem I'm discussing here, it is available in e-learning portal. So I'm going to solve a problem with regards to fire revenue account. So as usual, we need to open fire revenue account as well as the related schedules. So these are the related schedules. Now we are going to begin the problems. So this is the problem I'm going to solve. From the following balances of National Insurance LLC at 31st December 2012, prepare fire revenue account. Premium received 165,000. So we need to enter in premium 165,000. The second one is claim paid. So we need to enter in claim paid 28,000. The third one is commission received. It is an income. We need to enter in revenue account. So commission received is 11,000. So we completed commission received. The next is commission paid. So commission paid has to be entered in the schedule. So commission paid is 2,500. So we have to enter here. So after commission paid, we have rent paid. So it is an operating expense. We need to enter 2,100. Management expenses is said to be 3,000. we need to enter 3000. Reinsurance claim seeded, it is 2500. So reinsurance claim seeded 2500 has to be entered in claim. Reinsurance premium seeded 3500. Reinsurance premium seeded has to be entered in premium. The amount is 3500. Provision for unexpired risk is 1000 and additional provision for unexpired risk. Both are same opening. So we need to total these two. So 1000 plus 200 will be 1200. We need to enter in premium 1200. So that is with regard to the items. Now we are going to enter the additional information. Now, before entering the first part of the additional information, we need to complete the claim outstanding and premium outstanding. So, closing claim outstanding, we need to enter 5200. And closing premium outstanding is 4220. So we have finished this one, and now we are going to calculate the first additional information. Now before calculating, we need to make the total of net premium. Then I will show you how to deal with additional information point number 1. So net premium we need to calculate. This is the total 165,000. We need to add with a closing and we need to reduce with the reinsurance premium ceded. So this is your net premium. Now the additional information number 1, as I'm moving the cursor, you can see provision for unexpired risk is to be kept at 50% of the net premium and provide for additional reserve for unexpired risk at 1% of net premium to the opening balance. So first we need to open 50%. So this 50%, because it is a fire insurance problem, we need to maintain 50%. So how to maintain 50%? I have shown you a calculation. So we need to take net premium. As you can see, it is 165,720. We need to add with the opening balance of unexpired risk 1200. So this two total comes to 166,920. In this amount, we need to calculate 50%. So this amount comes to 83,460. So that amount we need to enter. 83,460. Now, additional reserve we need to maintain only on the opening balance. That is what the additional information states very clearly. So, net premium opening balance, as you can see, it is 165,720. In this, 1% will come to 165,7.2. That is 1,657.2. So this is the amount we need to enter, and I hope that we have entered all the other item. Now we have to close our schedule one by one. First let us close premium. So the net premium amount we need to add opening balance of unexpired risk minus closing balance is 83,460. Then again we need to reduce our additional reserve calculated. So our total is 81,803. So similarly we need to close claim. So claim is 28,000. We need to add closing outstanding and we need to reduce reinsurance claim ceded. So this comes to 30,700. And we don't have any other thing. We need to calculate the total of commission. So this commission total comes to 2,500 and the total of operating expenses comes to 5,100. So this total we need to shift to our revenue account. Let me move the problem. The first premium earned, the total from the schedule is 81,803. So let's take the total of claim. The claim total is said to be 30,700. And number 3 is our commission paid. So our commission paid total is 2,500. And our operating expenses total, let me check once again, operating expenses. I think I missed salary paid. So salary paid also has to be added, as you can see 2,300. So taking all this total will come to 7,400. So now I'll shift this total to our income statement. So our operating expenses total is said to be 7,400. So now let's calculate the operating profit or loss incurred by fire insurance company. So first let us make the total. So total of A and the total of B. Then in order to calculate the operating profit, we need to take the total of A minus total of B. So in this regard, we are getting 52,203 operating profit. So this is with regard to this problem, fire revenue account. So we have calculated 4 schedules and we have calculated the revenue account operating profit. So I hope the first problem is clear. Now I'm going to do the second problem. The second problem is marine revenue account. We need to keep in mind marine revenue account. In the case of calculating premium, we need to maintain a reserve of 100%. So let's start. The same method is applicable here too. We need to open the 4 schedules and we need to start our problem. So let's read the problem for you. From the following balances of national insurance at 31st December 2012, prepare marine revenue account. So that's the heading I have given for the first as well as the second problem. So first, premium received is 329,000. So I'm entering simultaneously. The second is claim paid. So claim paid is 113,500. The next is commission received. Commission received is an income. So we need to enter commission received. I keep it below 15,600. So after commission received, it is commission paid. So commission paid we need to enter in schedule. So commission paid is 4,568. So that I have entered. And next I have to enter rent paid. So rent paid here is 2,554 and salary paid is 5,486. Management expenses is 4,582. So we need to enter the next part is reinsurance claim accepted. So reinsurance claim accepted, please keep in mind we need to always add accepted 4,500 as well as reinsurance premium accepted. That also we need to add in premium. So we have entered the item. Now we are moving to the additional information. So additional information, first one, provision for unexpired risk is to be kept 100% of the net premium. Now, for the students, you have to bear in mind whether we may state in the problem or we may not state, you have to keep in mind in the case of marine, it is always 100. In the case of fire, it is always 50. So these are the main important point while dealing with regard to premium, you need to keep it in mind. So let's do it. First, let us enter second information, that is additional information number 2 and 3, that is closing claim outstanding. It is 56,050, sorry, 5,652 and closing premium outstanding. So closing premium outstanding is 2,451. So after entering, now we need to deal with additional information number 1. So now let's calculate the net premium. So premium here we got 329,000 plus. We need to add closing outstanding and again we need to add reinsurance premium accepted. So this total comes to 335,351. In this we need to calculate 100% in closing balance. So if you calculate 100%, as I'm showing you, you can do the same and check in your calculator. That is 335, 351 into 100 divided by 100. It is the same amount you will get. Now, while calculating the net premium, if you reduce the closing, it will be nil, 0. So we need to keep in mind, in the case of marine, it is 100% we need to maintain unexpired risk. So for calculating claim, we need to make the total, take the claim, add closing outstanding, and again we need to add reinsurance claim accepted. So commission, we need to take the same total, and here we need to take the total of this three. It comes to 12,622. So now all this 4 scheduled total, we need to shift it to the income statement. So premium earned. This total we know very well it is 0 because unexpired risk we maintain 100%. Claim total is 123,652. Let me make it once again. So your claim total is 123,652 and commission paid total is 4,568 and operating expenses total is 12,622. So now we need to make the total of A and we need to make from 2 to 4, that is our total B. So now A minus B will be our total. In this case, we are getting a negative. It is said to be operating loss. So here we are getting operating loss, that is 125,242. Why are we getting loss? Because in marine revenue account, we are maintaining 100% unearned, as I wanted to show you, unexpired risk, we are maintaining 100% of the net premium. Because any accident happens in sea adventure, that is why marine insurance companies are giving 100% claim. So this is the main point we have to carry in mind. Now the third problem we are going to do both fire and marine insurance. So both together we are going to do a problem. So this is again same, very simple. You need to carry in mind in the case of fire it is only 50 and in the case of marine it is 100. So keeping this in mind, the method of revenue account as well as our schedules forming part of the statements are same, but we are maintaining in two columns. One is for fire, another one is for marine. So the format is said to be same, but two accounts has to be maintained in a same way. So this is a problem, and for this problem now we are going to solve one by one. Let me read the problem. From the following trial balance of ABC Insurance LLC at 31st December 2012. So this is the name of company I have given in revenue account. We have opened it. We need to prepare revenue account of fire and marine. So you can see the question, both has to be open. So as you can see, premium received, it is given separately for fire, it is 200,000. I'm entering it. And for marine, it is 300,000. So the first one is clear. The second one is claims paid. So claims paid for fire, it is 75,000. And for marine, it is 100,000. So we have entered the two items. The next is interest and dividend received. This is an income where we have to enter directly in revenue account. So interest and dividend received. So for fire it is 20,000 and for marine it is 30,000. Management expenses is said to be operating and this has to be entered in schedule number 4. So management expenses it is 10,000 for the case of fire and marine it is 20. So we have entered the management expenses. The next is commission paid. So commission paid we need to enter. I'll keep it over here. Commission paid is 15,000 and for marine it is 25,000. The next item is commission received. So commission received is an income. So this income we need to enter directly on revenue. So commission received in the case of fire it is 25,000 and marine it is 30,000. Now the next one here is bad debts. Bad debts we need to enter again in revenue. As you can see, it comes in others. Let me move so that you can understand very clearly. So bad debts, it is here down separately. So it comes in others. For fire it is 15,000 and for marine it is 20,000. So this is the main point you have to carry in mind. Bad debts always comes in others. It will not cover in schedule number 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have concluded by entering all the items. And what is the item we have not entered is provision to be maintained 50% in the case of fire and 100% in the case of marine. So this is what we have to enter. As I told you, this will be given in the question or will not be given. It is your duty to maintain 50% in the case of fire and 100% in the case of marine. So I hope the problem is over. Now we have to close first our schedules and then we need to close our income statement. So let's calculate fire premium total. So this total comes to 200,000 and marine total is 300,000. Now as I told you, we need to maintain closing balance of unexpired risk, that is 50% in the case of fire, and we need to maintain 100% in the case of marine. So if you maintain 100%, it is the same amount, but when we reduce from the fire, we are getting 50% claim, but in the case of marine, it is 0. So this is the difference, we have to keep it in mind. So making the totals of claim, and for commission it is 15,000 and 25,000 we need to close, and this is the same amount we are going to get in the case of operating expenses. Now these total we need to finally transfer to our income statement. Schedule number 1, in the case of fire we are getting 100,000 because we maintain 50% reserve. But in the case of marine, since we maintain 100%, the amount is 0. So claim amount in the case of fire, it is said to be 75,000, and in the case of marine, it is 100,000. So in the case of commission paid, it is 15,000, and in the case of marine, it is 25,000. Now operating expenses total is 10,000 for fire, and in the case of marine it is said to be 20,000. So now let's make the total of fire. So fire total is 145,000 and marine total is 60,000. This is our total A. Now we need to make total B. So our total B, here comes 115,000 in the case of fire and 165,000 in the case of marine. Now finally we have to take the total of A, we need to reduce with the total of B. So in the first case we are getting 30,000 as operating profit in the case of fire insurance concern. And in marine insurance, let us see, we are getting a loss of 105,000. So this is what we have to understand. Because of maintaining unexpired risk reserve 50%, we are getting an operating profit in the case of fire 30,000, and we maintain 100% in the case of marine. So that's why we are getting a loss of 105,000. So with this, our problem is over, and finally with that our fourth outcome is over. So if you have any comments or queries, you can email me. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching.